What is happening, Internet? K-Wing here, and the DC movie slate by James Gunn is officially out. More right after this. Alright, so I have some thoughts on this, but I got a lot of stuff to do, so I have to film this in between live streams. So let's talk about this. So, James Gunn announced his new slate of films, the first being in July of 2025, Superman Legacy, which will follow Superman as he reconciles with extraterrestrial origins, with his human family, and his upbringing. Of course, Henry Cavill will not be reprising his role of Superman, and no actor has been cast at this time. James Gunn also will be focusing a lot on superheroes that we've never seen in films and TV before, such as the Wildstorm universe from the late 90s. This is also known for having characters like Apollo and Midnighter. The Brave and the Bold. Now, this is very interesting. A lot of people saw James Gunn reading Grant Morrison's run, namely Batman and Robin run, which was fantastic, actually. Although the difference was, most of Morrison's Batman and Robin run involved Dick Grayson as Batman and Damian Wayne as Robin. Bruce Wayne actually ended up being lost in time not long after Damian came into his life. And, of course, in the New 52, they just got rid of the whole time travel aspect of that. So this will feature a new Bruce Wayne that will not be Robert Pattinson's Batman. In fact, they squashed that rumor right away. Robert Pattinson's The Batman will be coming out in 2025 for his second installment, and it will be labeled as part of the DC Elseworlds films, which will basically be the branding for anything not associated with the interconnected DC Studios movies. So Teen Titans Go, and The Batman, and Todd Phillips' Joker 2 will all be part of the Elseworlds superhero stuff, as well as Quixote's and J.J. Abrams' Superman, the Black Superman, will be part of the Elseworlds DC stuff as well, which very few publications are reporting, but I have heard that is the case, which is good. The Grant Morrison Batman and Robin run in the film Batman Brave and the Bold will introduce other Bat family characters. Since the Robin will be Damian, which makes sense, then most likely we'll see Nightwing, maybe Batgirl, and some other Bat family characters just randomly appear as cameos in the movie, just to establish them for later on in the film universe. Now, these aren't exactly in order. James Gunn had a particular way of doing this, but again, I'm very rushed, and I'm trying to get this out as quickly as possible. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow will be based on Tom King's comic, which just wrapped up a little while ago. Not a big fan of Tom King. He's got some issues, and I did not enjoy his run on Batman. But a lot of people said that the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow stuff was a very interesting take on the character, and apparently James Gunn was fascinated with that, so that's what they're going to be doing with Supergirl. At this time, they still haven't announced any casting information, but most likely this will be Sasha Calle, because she's introduced as Supergirl in The Flash. All we know for characters that aren't coming back would be Henry Cavill's Superman, and we don't know the fate of Ben Affleck's Batman after The Flash. It could be the same ending where he is lost in time, or it could be a full clear the board type thing, and certain characters will come back, like Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller, unfortunately, and Gal Gadot. Everybody else will be new faces, and the universe will change significantly. Although the fact that Damian is going to be Batman's son, and the Bat family has already been established, I would probably say that the Batman actor will be in his late 30s, early 40s, in order to have all these different, sidekicks and partners running around. It'd be very impossible for somebody, say, the age of Robert Pattinson, to be leading this Bat family based on his age. Swamp Thing will be getting a movie, and he'll have a bigger part of the DC Studios new lineup of films, and it will have a very horror-esque feel to it. They mentioned Wes Craven a little bit, and it will investigate the dark origins of Swamp Thing. There will be new DC TV shows, such as Creature Commandos, which I believe is first on the slate, and it will have appearances by Amanda Waller, and it will have a new team of super monstrous prisoners. So it's based on a line that's kind of like the Suicide Squad, but it involves monsters, and Waller works with them. This will probably tie into The Waller Show, which is bringing back the same actress who's played Amanda Waller for some time since her introduction in the old DCU. Now, this is interesting. Booster Gold will be getting his own TV show. Most likely, I would say Chris Pratt would be tailor-made for this role. It's very, sci-fi-y and comedic, so that would be great for Chris Pratt. Again, no casting has been announced. I'm just spitballing that Booster Gold would be a perfect casting for that character. Now, this is what I'm very happy about. The Lanterns. The Lantern Corps will be used in this HBO series. It will feature Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, and it will be a buddy cop space intergalactic team-up. It will be a massive TV event series that will unravel a very dark mystery that connects to the greater DC Studios universe. Then we have Paradise Lost, which is set in Themyscira before Wonder Woman. It will touch on Wonder Woman's history and character arc. It's not clear if she will star in it or if she will just have like a cameo. Their drama will focus on different political intrigue of the Island of All Women, and it's supposed to be very Game of Thrones-like. They did kind of talk about that Henry Cavill was not fired from DC. He was just supposed to reprise his role in a cameo, and James Gunn likes Henry a lot, but he has no plans to use him as his Superman. So that means this Superman is probably going to be much younger than Henry Cavill. I would say mid-30s. The only thing that I'm walking away from this is based on the fact that they're bringing in the Wildstorm characters that are a part of DC Comics but not really utilized as much. That means most likely that Batman and Superman will not be race-swapped. Although I do believe that Robin will probably be of Arabic and American descent, considering Talia is from the Middle East, comes from both Talia, the Demon's Blood, and Bruce Wayne, Batman. So that would make perfect sense. Every other character should basically be how they're portrayed in the comics. And that does it for the first chapter. I might have left out some stuff. I don't really have time to do a deep dive of everything because I have a lot of stuff to do tonight, such as starting a new game over on my other channel, Dragon Ball and Fortnite, and just there's way too much going on for me to really spend a lot of time with that. But you guys wanted to know my thoughts on it. It's a solid lineup. I really like that Batman Brave and the Bold is going to feature the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin storyline. I also love the fact that they're doing Robin as Batman's biological son. It creates a lot of opportunities to use Damian in the future for a 10-year plan. Like if something happens to Batman, Damian or Nightwing or someone else could always take over because they are going to further expand on the Batman family. So think of it kind of like the Son of Batman animated movie. I think that was a key inspiration for James Gunn. And that movie also had Batman, Nightwing, and Robin in it. And Nightwing was kind of like the prodigal son who returns and shakes things up. But they got rid of both Tim Drake and Jason Todd. So I hope this time around they have at least an introduction to Jason Todd being dead, which could lead to a Batman and Red Hood movie in the future, which is something both Ben Affleck and a lot of fans have wanted for the longest time. So maybe DC will finally reward our patience. But I'm going to have a wait-and-see approach to this. I got to jump off now. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Now I want to hear from all of you. What do you think of James Gunn's plans? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below, and we'll be going into this to more extent tomorrow as I do a deep dive into the Batman and Robin thing and what we can expect from the Bat family and cameos in James Gunn's first chapter starting in 2025. All you need to know is somehow The Flash basically reboots everything. The Flash has a new ending that they're putting together, but Jason Momoa's Aquaman will take place at the end of the original timeline and into the new one. So he's playing Aquaman and Lobo, apparently. Maybe, I don't know. And Blue Beetle might be an Elseworld story now. Because they yeeted Ben Affleck from the movie, and they just have references to Batman. But I like that the DC Elseworlds thing is, happening. And I'm curious to see what type of video games they actually do, because James Gunn mentioned that video games, animation, and movies will all feature the same actor playing the character in the interconnected universe, so that fans won't have to worry about a new actor playing Batman, Superman, etc. They'll all pop up in different movies as the same actor for consistency. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see you tomorrow on this channel with a lot more DC Studios talk about Batman Brave and the Bold. Keep it locked here for all news Batman and video game, TV, movies, and occasionally comics when they don't suck. Later, Gothamites.